What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we've got the weekly reset for Destiny 2, and of course, it is now the 19th of February, so we're getting ever closer to the end of Season 5 and of course the beginning of Season 6 with Joker's Wild, and that means this week we've got the final Iron Banner of the season inside of the game, so we'll cover that, the weapon rolls and all that good stuff. Then as always, we'll break down all of the content for this week. We do have a full curse week in the Dreaming City, we'll look at vendor inventories, weapon frames, the Ascendant challenge. I should also mention before we get into reset that Bungie have said they will be talking about Joker's Wild and Season 6 over the next couple of weeks, so we can expect some news. And be sure to hit subscribe and stay tuned right here on the channel, turn on those notifications if you want to keep up to date with all of that stuff. So as we get into this week's reset, firstly, before we talk about Iron Banner and stuff like that, of course powerful rewards as always can be seen on the director right here. For the flashpoint this week, it will be IO though, and of course that also means we've got additional heroic adventures able to reward powerful gear and all that good stuff. Otherwise though, other powerful drops will be on the director if you are grinding to try and hit that max level before Joker's Wild and the end of Season 5. Moving over to the Black Armory stuff, of course Ada 1 has a new inventory for the week, so we've got new weapon frames, the powerful pulse rifle frame, of course for the blast furnace, the sword frame, and this is for the striker's sure hand, and then of course the hand cannon frame, that is for the kindled orchid, and all of the weekly bounties and stuff like that have reset as well. Of course, when it comes to powerful bounties for the week, you can find them at the Drifter, the Spider, and with Petra inside of the Dreaming City, but also at Hawthorne, of course, for the clan raid bounties. We've got the Keep Out challenge for the Last Switch raid, and then the Hold the Line challenge, of course, for the Scourge of the Past raid. And man, I really need to pick up these engrams more often. But of course, as we mentioned, Iron Banner has returned to the game for this week, so last opportunity for this season to actually pick up any of the rewards. Of course, you can get all of the armor, and you can pick them up by completing the corresponding bounties, all of which can give you powerful gear, but of course be sure to turn these in before the end of this season, as they actually won't produce powerful gear after Season 5. But in terms of weapons and weapon rolls, we do have the Claws of the Wolf, the Pulse Rifle right here for the Iron Banner, Rapid Fire Frame of course, this one with Arrowhead Break and Small Bore. We've got Alloy Magazine and Flared Magwell, Outlaw, and then Full Auto Trigger System. So interesting roll right there. I don't think that's necessarily the god roll, but of course you can grind for random rolls. Now in terms of Swarm of the Raven right here, of course is Aggressive Frame. We've got Hard Launch, Volatile Launch, Proximity Grenades, Augmented Drum, Snapshot Sights, and Rampage. So Proximity Grenades is pretty nice. Not really sure how good Rampage actually ends up being in general, especially for PvP, but let us know down below. It looks like a decent roll, but once again, not necessarily the god roll, but you can grind for these in the Iron Banner this week, so have fun if you are jumping in. Then of course we have the Eververse inventory for the week, so we've got the Oh Snap emote right there, the Auto Dance emote, then we've got the Cosmonaut Galahad, some crazy names, Sharklight, the Inky Daydream, and the Collar Mauler ship right there, Brilliant Starfish Shell, as well as the 3-as-1 projection, and we've got the Thatanaut's Peril, if that's even how you say that, of course for the Titan right there, for the Mask of the Quiet One. Got some ornaments, so Aim is True, and Soul the Fields, and Transmat Effects, Shaders, and that good stuff. In terms of the Prismatic Matrix though, if there's anything you want to pick up from here, you'll probably spot it for the week. And of course, you'll pick up the facet to turn into that Matrix by completing this weekly bounty. Then for the weekly Nightfalls, Bungie have actually tweeted out and confirmed that these ones absolutely are the Nightfalls for the week. We do have a Garden World, as well as Strange Terrain, and we've got Seventh in Song, finally! So if you want to get any of the loot from those, of course you can grind for them this week. In terms of the Heroic Strike playlist, where am I going? We do actually have Void Singe this week, and for today we've got Grounded and Heavyweight, but these will change day over day. Now though, if you're jumping into the Escalation Protocol this week, the weapon that'll be available is the SMG. So maybe jump in if you need to add that one to the collection. When we go over to the Dreaming City though, we are on a full curse week, so it's week 3, and that does mean of course the return of the Shattered Throne, as well as an increased spawn rate for the Malfeasance boss, or the Primeval, in Gambit if you want to pick up that Malfeasance quest. On top of this, for the Dreaming City itself, the Ascendant challenge will be accessed via Aphelion's Rest. I don't have full gameplay for this one unfortunately, but it is the first Ascendant challenge that we got access to in Forsaken, and it's accessed via the Lost Sector that you can see on the map right here, and then the portal itself is pretty prominent inside of the Lost Sector just before the final boss. On top of this, we will have the Dark Monastery mission available in the game this week. But otherwise, guys, that is going to summarize the video, so I'll be keeping you posted on all of the news, so be sure to hit subscribe and stay tuned right here on the channel. If you have enjoyed the video though, a like is very much appreciated. Also, feel free to check out my sponsor NAU Drinks, who have some really cool drinks designed for gamers. Now, Sense helps improve focus and memory, but instead of being full of caffeine, sugar, and all that stuff, it's made with natural ingredients, so that may be something you want to check out. You can save 10% using code Houndish, and the link for that will be below. Otherwise, guys, thanks a bunch for tuning in as always, and whatever you get up to, I hope you have an awesome week.